trouble there with the mask. Thank you, Dean Miller. And good afternoon, everyone. What a wonderful event for all of us to be at. And it's my pleasure to introduce our student speaker for the School of Social Ecology, Sophie Wood. And apparently her family. Sophie Wood has been a student athlete for 4 years here at UCI. During her time as a scholar athlete, she has played and served as a team captain on the NCAA women's volleyball team. Today, she is graduating with a major in psychological science and in business management. Throughout her academic journey, Sophie has never dropped off the Dean's honor list. She has been recognized as a Big West All-Academic honoree. Outside of volleyball, she has been active as the president of Athletes in Action and a member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Please join me in welcoming Sophie.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. Hi, everyone. My name's Sophie, as you all heard, and I'm so excited to be here speaking today. When I sat down to write this speech, I instantly began reflecting on the last 4 years at UC Irvine, how I had grown, what had changed, who I used to be in comparison to the woman I am standing before you today, and most importantly, what got me here. Got me to a place of knowing so much more clearly who I am and what I want. As a collegiate athlete, the first 4 hours of every morning are spent practicing and working out. After this, my day likely looked very similar to many of yours, filling my time with challenging classes, participating in clubs, working a job or two, all while still trying to enjoy college by balancing a social life and relationships. On top of all this, I felt the pressure of my coaches and teammates, expecting me to perform day in and day out, regardless of how I felt. All of this led to me believing that my worth came from my athletic achievements. It also didn't help that throughout this time, I experienced many injuries that interfered with my ability to perform, from back-to-back concussions to the ultimate injury, a career-ending ACL and meniscus tear just this year. To help you understand what that was like for me, imagine working for 3 years to finally become a starter and a team captain, all to have it taken during the very first game of my last college season and senior year. Within an instant, I went from playing volleyball at one of the highest levels to completely relearning how to walk. I began to question who I was without my sport or without the label athlete to define me. And ultimately, I was forced to question and relearn what makes me me. As you may assume, recovering from this injury has been a very long and humbling journey, one that I'm still currently working through each and every day as I put together the pieces and parts of what makes up who Sophie is. And I'm still getting to know her myself. But this speech is not all about me. It's about us, the class of 2022. I wish so badly that each and every one of us could have a moment on this stage, an opportunity to share and reflect on the experiences that we've each encountered throughout our time at UCI. You see, when I sat down to write this speech, I began to think about how difficult my life was as a college athlete. But upon reflection, I recognize this is not something just athletes experience, but actually is a story that many of us can also relate to. While my story is specific to my life, I guarantee yours might not seem all that different. Over the last 2 years, we've all experienced some form of loss. We've all lived and witnessed some huge, unexpected changes that altered the way we do life from day to day. We've all had to adjust or pivot in ways we never anticipated we would need to. I mean, look at all of us wearing masks in order to be sitting in this room today. And we have all, at some point, had to pull it together and make it look like everything's fine on the outside, because the reality is that life continues moving forward even when you feel stuck or when you struggle. Unfortunately, I don't know each of your stories, I don't know what's weighing on you, even as you sit in this room here today. I don't know what you've been through throughout your life or even in the last 2 years. But what I do know is that we all struggle, whether we show it or not. I know we all want to learn, or we all want to pretend that we're strong, even in our weakest moments. But true strength is being open, honest, and vulnerable with those around you about where you're at in this moment. I also know what you're all thinking. This speech got really sad, really fast. But I promise it gets better. Your story gets better. While there were many days that I debated quitting, and I'm sure we all have, it was through these difficult times that I was able to see so much beauty in the midst of struggle. I realized that I'm way stronger and I was way more capable of anything I ever imagined. I came to appreciate each moment for what it is because it may be gone in any second. And most importantly, I realized that my worth does not come from what I do, but from who I am. Ultimately, my toughest times ended up becoming my greatest lessons. You see, this is my story. This is what makes me, me. It's what has given me the courage to stand up here today and be completely and utterly myself. You see, before my surgery, I was constantly trying to impress and meet the expectations of those around me. I would have come up here today and tried to convince you, all of you, that I was perfect. Yet inside, I would be so hypercritical of myself and of all my imperfections, hoping that someday it would be enough. But today I come to you confident in the fact that I'm not perfect, but I am perfectly me, and that is enough. I just want to remind you all that we all have this story within us, a story that through our struggles and difficulties helped us become the incredible individuals that we are sitting here today. And the best part is, no one story is the same, not a single one. Just as all of our stories are so unique, so are we as individuals. And that is what makes life so beautiful. Whether you're continuing your education, traveling, starting your career, taking time off, or have absolutely no idea what is next, which is okay, I have no doubt that you will be successful in all that you do. So as your fellow classmate, wherever you go and whatever you do, I just want you to be truly and utterly you. Thank you.